Good Wednesday morning, Tiger sports fans. This is John Cannon. It is time for powerlifting season as we are beginning our 2018 powerlifting season preview. We're going to start with the girls. We're here with Destinee, Perez,
Yeah.
Kassidy, Sanchez, and head coach Joe Alex Adame. Coach, before we begin, we had a state champ last year. Lauren broke through and won that state title. What has it been like ever since she's won, and how has that carried over to this season?
I think the success that she had last year is going to carry over into this season. A lot of these girls have been doing this this is their fourth year. A lot of returners. A lot of these girls, they know the expectation that they're having. Some of them, the majority of them, actually have been putting work in as soon as the season was over, and they're ready. Like today, we're getting our maxes because we'll be going to Ed Couch on Saturday. So that's the start, kicking off our season for 2018.
You know, one thing about it, I remember she told me as soon as the season was over, I'm going to be there next year. I'm going to be following in her shoes. So I'm going to start with you, Destinee. Last year, you got a taste of state. And you told me, you know, when Lauren won it, you wanted to keep the tradition going. What have you done to try to make that happen and try to improve in order to win a state championship in your weight class?
Well, basically, I haven't really, done anything, but I just want to, push myself. And I try to help everybody else, too. It's not just me. I want for everybody also, and I just want to work hard for everybody and myself.
Okay. Now, last year you placed, I believe it was the 7th?
Yes.
Is that correct? Okay. What is your goal this year? Is it to win a state championship, or is it to place top 3, or what was it you're looking for? I mean, you told me last year you want to win the state championship. Is that still the goal?
Right. Yeah, that's my goal right now, to at least try to get number 1, but whatever I can do to get
If it
at
doesn't
least
happen, what is it you do want to do? You want to place top 3, top 5?
Top 5 is my goal. At least bring back something.
There you go. Kassidy, we're going to switch over to you. Now, did you go to state last year?
Yes, I did.
You went to state last year. How did you do in your weight class?
I did pretty good for not, it being my sport and having other sports. I think I did pretty good.
What did you place? Do you remember?
I placed 9th.
You placed 9th? Okay.
Yes.
You said it best. You're in a lot of other sports, so I know it kind of takes up a lot of your time. So what have you done to try to focus more on powerlifting this year, and what is your goal that you're looking to set?
I always came to the weight room in the summer, and I would always go to my own gym too. Whenever I was out of school, I would go to my gym and just be there practicing my squats and bench, trying to get further. And well, my goal is to get top 3.
Okay. Coach, we talked about a big group coming back. You talked about how these girls have been coming in. I know you lost Lauren. That was a big loss, but the returners that you have and the leadership with these two, talk about that. How many total girls do you have coming back, and what are the expectations?
We'll have a full team again this year. Majority, probably about 8 or 9 returners. You know, two state qualifiers from last year. Another regional qualifier. She'll be here as well. For the most part, I think as a unit, as a whole, these girls are going to push each other. Like Destinee said earlier, it's not about herself doing. Obviously, she has her own goals. They all have their own goals. They want to win state, but at the same time, they want the team to get better in general, boys and girls. You know, and I think they feed off of each other. And the work ethic that the foundation was set last year when Lauren was part of our team, and I think it's carried on, and it's evident. And hopefully, everything works out this year, and we have at least 2 state champions.
There you go. You know, obviously, you know, state champions is always the goal, but also another goal is always taking a team to state.
Yes.
Do you feel with the group that you have this year, could this be this is probably the toughest region in Texas, if you
Yes,
look
we
at
know
it.
that. Yeah.
So, do you feel with the experience that you come back and the fact you had quite a few regional qualifiers last year, I believe, as well, right?
Yes.
Do you feel now that these girls know what it takes to get to state, and could we have a team possibly make it here?
That's the goal. That's the goal, to get everybody to get the whole team there. And if they push each other the way they're supposed to push each other, and they work how they're supposed to work, I think that it's a very attainable goal.
There you go. Last question. One big role you have to fill is a leadership role. Mm-hmm. That's one that Lauren brought in. Are you expecting that from these 2 girls to step up and be their leaders?
They know already, you know. And I mean, as a coach, you always want to say, well, you need to be a leader. You need to be a leader. I feel a leader doesn't have to be a vocal leader. You lead by example, and that's what these girls have been doing. And I think it'll show throughout the season.
Now, we know you've got some key returners, but there's always some young up-and-comers that fly under the radar that nobody expects that could make some serious noise. Do you have any of those this year, and who could they be?
Yeah, we have a girl. She qualified for regionals last year. Kim Rojas. It was kind of unexpected, but she was able to get in. She was actually one girl, I think 1 or 2 girls away from qualifying for state, and she's been showing up. She's a sophomore and she'll be coming back. She should make some noise this year.
Coming into this meet, the first one, a lot of times, the big thing is hitting qualifying totals, and once you hit it, it's pretty much that's all you need.
Mm-hmm.
Is that what you're looking for? I mean, you said are you taking a whole team? Are you taking everybody?
I'm taking returners pretty much only, and maybe some kids that want to get their feet wet who were first year joining the sport, some young guys, some young girls. Qualifying totals, yes, but right now it's just a starting point. Let's get to see where they're at, see where we got to work, and see what numbers we got to work with as we get closer later on in the season.
So really, more you don't look at just hitting a qualifying total. Kind of like with Lauren last year, she set goals that were just unbelievable, and I know these girls have done the same thing. So, and you've always been the type of coach. Look, you're going to go to every meet because you can't just be satisfied here. We got to go up here. So is that the same goal going in? And these girls, even though they're favored to go back to state, you're still looking at it as, hey, you haven't earned anything yet.
No, exactly. That was one of the themes we talked about last year. Is that we had all these, when we get to state, when we get to regions. No, let's get there first. Obviously it's a process, and you have to respect the process before you get there. So yeah, that's what this year. That's what we're planning on doing. The same concept. These girls get stronger, the boys get stronger every meet. That's the goal. You don't want to be complacent. You don't want to stay level. You always want to increase.
There you go, girls. How excited are y'all to get the season started? This is your time. Lauren has put the keys are now in your hands. It's your turn to drive the car. So how excited are you to get started, and how ready are you to add another state championship banner to the one she's already added in there?
We're ready.
We're ready.
I'm ready.
You're ready. All right, guys. Once again, thank you so much. We look forward to it. Don't forget, tigersports.us. We're going to have everything having to do with powerlifting. We're going to follow these girls all the way. And let's go ahead and add 2 more state champions to the list. What do you say?
Yeah.
Let's get
All right.
Let's go.
Thank you, girls.